as always, is Trey.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again with another edition of the West Coast Madden Podcast. I'm gonna wait for the alien to chime in, aka my phone notification. Um, I don't know if it's gonna chime in anytime soon, but anyways, we are back, and we had to move. We had a few rescheduling issues to get through, but we were back a day earlier than normal on a Wednesday. Last week, there was a windstorm. It's been pretty windy too. It's actually pretty windy over here. I don't know. Especially earlier this morning, it was pretty windy over here. But
Yeah, it's still bad. It's still bad where I am right now. It was rainy and windy.
oh yeah. So that was the reason for this week. But if you guys want to keep in touch, be sure to check out the community tab on the channel. That's where Shane is always going to update you guys about what's going on in terms of the podcast and other stuff that's going to be going on. So, but we do plan to have another episode. We plan to be on schedule next week at 4 o'clock on Thursday. So
Wait, 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I think we said 4 o'clock, right? Last
No, I
time.
thought we did
That
5
worked.
because you had to switch it back.
It was 5.
Yeah, so is it still 5 or you need to go back to 4?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought it was 4.
No, then you told me that you couldn't do it at 4. You remember you said you'll hate me, but I gotta change it back. So I said till 5, and you said yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because that's why I changed it.
Yeah,
So can you
yeah,
do
yeah, it
5?
was. Yeah, it was 5. My bad. Yeah, you're right. I kind of got the dates mixed up. Just going off of different days, sometimes
Yeah.
your whole schedule gets wrapped up. But all right, so before we get into this podcast is actually going to be a pretty interesting one because this is going to be the podcast where we're going to be talking about the things that we want to be added in Madden 21. So it's going to be a kind of a wish list, if you will. And I definitely want the people to chime in if you're in the chat or the comment section. Even if you're catching this late, say what you want added in the comment section or join us live. We'll probably be adding on to the wish list every now and then.
Oh,
Leading
definitely.
up, yeah, leading up to Madden 21. And the reason being is because, it's going to be coming out pretty earlier than normal, is what the consensus is. So, but before we talk about that, I do want to mention because I believe, which I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know that there's a UFC fight that's going to be happening. Do you know anything about that, Shane? Or I
Yeah,
just
I
heard
think
about
it's
that the other
this
day.
Saturday night versus I think it's Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gath is the main card, or however you say his last name. So yeah, they will be doing that Saturday. I don't know where though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that was my question. I didn't know if it was a live fight or if it was, virtual or something like that.
No,
So,
it's a live fight. I just don't know where
yeah.
they're doing it at all. I know that I did hear that baseball's supposed to be back July 1st.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and
they're
I've
gonna get
also
back to
yeah,
it.
right. So that'll be something to look forward to. I also did hear that they're going to be start like reopening, which I don't know how it is in Washington, but I think in Idaho and like some other states they're planning on reopening stuff. And I think Washington, didn't you say it was like around May 15th or somewhere in there? You
No,
said.
May 31st for us.
Oh, okay.
We just keep getting pushed back more and more, which is, I mean, I know they're trying to help everybody, but it's May 31st now, and that's basically, if that happens, people can go to the restaurant but only half full. And then this next phase is like June 20th, and then it's like 75%. and stuff like that. And then phase 4 is everybody can go do everything they want.
Right, right. All right, and also, I've been kind of wanting to do this. Well, I mean, I kind of did it before, where I asked the the comment section of like a random question. But today's random question is that when you're driving, are you someone, and if you have your driver's license, but are you somebody that gets road rage, and if so, what are some of your I guess pet peeves you get when you're driving? Because I've noticed like sometimes like I'll be driving and I can't stand when people like try to tailgate me. And then it's like, we'll be in traffic. I can understand if it's like on a freeway or what have you, but I mean when you're driving in a city or something, if someone passes you only to get about like 5 seconds ahead, and then you both end up in the same spot anyway at a stoplight. So that's something that kind of, annoys me. But what about you, Shane? What's your I guess opinion on that?
I get pissed off when people are driving slow in front of me, or
Oh,
like
okay.
or like they're riding my butt, and then they like get in
Yeah.
front of me and then they go slow, and they're not trying to be jerks, but they just go slow. Like I'm like, damn, are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's like you got places to be. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sorry, you guys. The PS4 thing is not working, and it would not pop up on my phone that we were live. What's up, Tony? What's up, 4-6 gang?
Oh, we got
What's
we
up,
got some
Dave? What's
new
up,
people in
Nicholas?
the chat.
Yeah, we have a lot
Let's
of people. We
go.
had a lot of
Yeah.
people. It's not showing up as much.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's what's up. So shout out to the new people that are in the chat, and also shout out to Nicholas. I know that we had Nicholas on the podcast a couple episodes ago, and I know he's been kind of struggling. He's which I've been there before, where you're playing Ultimate Team, and then you just like strip your entire team down, and then you reopen it again. So fun stuff for sure. So with that being said, okay, so we have been doing the poll question. And if you don't know what the poll question is, it'll be posted on Shane's channel. But it's a poll where you guys can vote on a topic that you guys want discussed on the upcoming podcast. And for this poll question, this is going to be a Would You Rather Madden edition. I thought that this would be an interesting one. So I'm gonna be asking a couple questions. Would you rather, or would you rather? What am I talking about? But who would be the most likely to? And we're gonna say who in the Madden community is gonna be that. So let me pull up some of the questions real quick.
It can be interesting, actually.
it's it's gonna be kind of interesting. I agree. I think it could be fun to do personally. So. All right, so to start off, I'm gonna do this one. Who is the most likely to obsess over a celebrity?
Hmm. Let's see who would obsess over a celebrity. I'm gonna go with a Skimbo because I know that he writes a lot of celebrities and they hit him back, but I don't know how many celebrities he also hits that don't respond as well.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to say like I'm not gonna say Volterax, but I think his name's Turbo Jeff, which he's someone that labs with them. I don't know why, but he kind of strikes me as that one guy that would like message a celebrity like 1,000 times and try to get a response. So that's who I would probably get for that.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I was just thinking like, cause Skimbo that when I've noticed when I've been on Twitter and I just check out the Madden comp once in a while, maybe every few months, I notice he's always writing people. So unless he knows all of them,
Yeah. All right. So who is the most likely to lie to the police?
shoot, you could do like 75% of the population of Madden. They all
For real.
covering up stuff. But if
I'm
I
t
had to pick, I would go with soccer balls, and I don't care for them, but soccer balls. That
Yeah.
guy spins stories.
Yeah. I mean, I could. Yeah, I could go with him too. I think he could be a good one. Because I'm trying to think of like who's someone, and I don't know why I'm struggling, but like who's like the delusional one in the Madden community. Like I almost kind of want to go Yardstick, even though I like Yardstick, but I mean he's kind of delusional. It's like if you get into an argument with him, it's like one of those things where it's like you're not gonna win. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can see what you mean there.
yeah.
I also know that a lot of people like to like exaggerate their stories and then flip it. It's crazy if you keep messages between people and then when you try to re-argue with them, they're totally different than what they try to say. Like they try to say it never happened. But anyways,
Yeah. All right, so who would be the most likely to live by themselves on an island?
hmm. Can you have family with you or just by yourself?
I would say I guess you could have family, but I guess just by yourself.
Okay, I could see Bugs being on an island with his family
Okay.
by himself.
I think I'm gonna go with Civil on this one. Just because he kind of comes across as a little bit the hunting type, a little bit blue collar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He works at FedEx, so I feel like he could probably be the most resourceful in that field. So, all right, so who is the most likely you think to stay single forever? Yikes.
Space Jam.
Yeah. Space Jam.
A roll of Space Jam, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you can make a case for a lot of those guys, but I mean, who knows? Um,
Oh, what the heck? I was trying to do the chat and it went away.
oh yeah, oh yeah, and that's another thing too. While we're doing this little thing, but I know Shane, you've been streaming Mud Draft a couple days, and just doing some random streams. So if by chance you have to be in the stream because I'm in the stream quite a lot too, when I'm not on the podcast because I'm a moderator in the chat, so I like to welcome in new people and kind of show them the way. But YouTube is doing the thing where the messages just don't pop up on the PlayStation screen. So if your comment doesn't get seen, just know it's probably because it's not showing up. So
Yes.
little little bit of a disclaimer there. So all right, so who's the most likely to get a face tattoo?
Joel CP. And I like the dude now, but
Yeah.
I think he could get that face tattoo for some money if somebody paid him. I could see him doing that, or I could see him just doing it just because that's how he is. Wild.
Yeah. All right, let's do a couple more of these, and then we'll move on to the podcast. But this is kind of fun to do. I like it. Um, okay, so who is the most likely to work in the White House?
Hmm. I could see Dubby as like a press conference person.
Yeah, that's a good one, honestly. To be honest, I feel like Dubby's like, I don't know if well spoken is the word, but he's definitely, I think he's a good talker, honestly, and I think that's the reason why he's kind of had some success on Twitch. I
Yeah.
think he has that skill set to me. So
Sorry, you guys. You'll hear the newborn in the background crying.
yeah. All right. All right, so let's try to end this off on a good question. Who is the most likely to have more than 10 children?
Hmm. I don't know on that one, bro. That's up
Yeah.
to you. Maybe what's that one guy's name? I'm having a problem thinking about it. He's just having his second kid and he's like 24. One great user I think has a few kids, but he's old enough, so I don't think
Yeah.
he will be doing that. So I would go with that one kid, but I can't picture his name. So that ruins the whole guessing.
Yeah, I would probably say problem, but he's been around for a while too, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I just think he might be a little bit older.
Yeah. So is that something you're probably not interested in, is having
No,
yeah,
no,
okay.
I'm done.
Yeah. All right, so moving on, I do kind of want to talk about the events coming up because EA, which thankfully for EA, they're still putting together an effort to make this Madden Bowl happen. We saw it happen with the Last Chance qualifier, which I don't know if you've seen the video, but I think it was Pavon. Pavon, he made a video on YouTube, and I guess EA sent him like like all this equipment and all these wires and all this other stuff, and it's like they have to set that all up, and then they have to like break it down and then send it back to them, which is kind of
Yeah, I was trying to figure, are they in their own rooms or are they in like little like hotel rooms? I mean, I don't think you can go to hotel rooms, so I think it's like a guest room or something.
yeah. They don't really look like hotel rooms. They look like like person. And that's another thing too, because I was watching Pavon's video, and in the video he was saying how he had to, I guess because him and his brother shared a room, and then he had to kick his brother out to set up all the stuff.
Oh, okay, so they do
So
send a bunch of stuff to cover things out.
yeah, and it's like and and his brother's probably just like, oh, this is some bull, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
that's
got a
pretty
question
crazy.
right now. So Nicholas said, "Who do you think is gonna win the belt?" And I said, "Right now, Joke looks really good."
Yeah, Joke is going well, is going good, definitely the favorite. It'll be interesting to see though, because we're seeing Group A, which is between Joke, Bugs, Pavon, and Voltarax, and then we'll be able to see the different groups going on towards the week, between Group B, Group C. I think they're going to do all the groups this week, and then a week from now it'll be the playoffs, so it'll be single elimination
Oh
going
yeah,
into
that's
the
true.
quarterfinals and all that. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, Dan, that's
I'm
crazy though, bro. Because if you make the Madden Bowl, you basically play 10 months of the year.
yeah,
That's cool if you are making that much money. Plus, it keeps you busy.
yeah, keeps you busy for sure, and hopefully because if you guys, it's been going on, and well, first of all, that this kind of just popped into my head as I was going to explain this, but which is kind of crazy. But Shane actually told me this a couple of weeks ago, which I thought was pretty wild. But when he was playing his Draft Champions online elimination, it came out that he actually played the two belt winners from the Madden season this year. Serious Samoa and Voltarax, like
Back.
he
Yeah, well, first game and then second game I won, third game, yeah. And both
yeah.
games I lost, man, 10-7.
Yeah. Shane has the defense he probably has like a better defense, which hopefully which we'll get into later on, but hopefully Madden 21 will put play to the defensive side rather than the offensive side. Because I feel like for the longest time it's been catered to more offense
Well,
than
yeah,
defense.
and the
So
problem is, well, whenever you're ready to get into it, I'll get into it with you. They're
uh,
supposed to send the beta, like I called it the demo on the last video, but beta demo. Supposedly they do it like in mid-June, early July at the latest, and then gives it a couple weeks just to fix it up for the developers. So hopefully we'll see if it's in June sometime, it's right on time. If not, it's gonna be a little bit later.
right. For sure, and I mean the beta is kind of it's kind of a touchy subject. So for those of you that don't know, Madden has had the thing where they have a closed beta and they gave a code to some other people. I would recommend, because I do know that on Twitter they do give out some codes to the other players that aren't don't get it to begin with. So be on the lookout for that if you want to get a code. So
That's good
how
information.
right and so how does that work? So do you have to do you have to make the online portion of the
Yeah,
tournament and
you have
then
to make the
okay.
online portion in one of the tournaments, and then they send you a code. You use it. You play. I think you get 72 hours or maybe 96 hours, and then you send it
Yeah.
back in and say what you want fixed or what you would like fixed and what you like about the game. And of course, the higher up you are as a pro player, the more they'll listen to you.
Yeah. And the thing about it being closed is something that it just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like in other games, they're with betas, I feel like you're allowed to stream it. But, like this beta has just been so secretive, you're not allowed to, post gameplay of it or nothing. I mean, the only thing you're really allowed to do is just talk about it.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't know.
and they allow you, I believe, to like do Madden 20 gameplay and talk about Madden 21 in a video. I'm gonna verify it just in case I
Yeah.
decide to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, this is probably, I mean, from this point up until I would say July is probably going to be like the time where it's kind of in the off season. There's really not a whole lot going on, but it's going to start to pick up once the Madden 21 news comes out, and then we'll be able to talk about what the new modes are and what they're going to update. So that's probably
I was hoping July 24th, but I don't know if you watched the last video I had. But my guy said that it seems like it's been delayed a little bit, and so he could see it being early August, but they're still trying for July 24th.
right.
So I'm hoping July
So
24th because this is like there's nothing to do right now. But I mean, by the time, unfortunately for me and other comp players, when they open up everything, it'll be back to grind time for us.
mhm. So yeah, that's gonna be kind of fun, but be on the lookout because when the new Madden comes out and they start talking about the additions and stuff will be here to report on that. So, all right, so let's get into some gameplay improvements. So, I think we're just gonna do like an alternate thing. So I'm gonna probably say something, and then we'll just kind of go back and forth.
Okay.
So I have. All right, here we go. Okay, so I think. Okay, so I do want to preface this if there's anyone that in the chat that wants to add something to the list. I think we need to establish something that's realistic and things that aren't realistic. I think an example of something that's unrealistic, which I hear a lot of people complain about, is pursuit angles. I feel like that's something that's kind of on the border of, something that they might not be able to do that well. So,
Oh, yeah, I would agree with the pursuit angles. Also, another thing I'm going to throw out is I think quarterbacks with escape, I think they should be able to get tired.
I like that one. So, fatigue, yeah. All right, so I think first and foremost, I think improved zones is going to be like a big one for me. I
I
think,
fully agree.
yeah. So, so basically, it was a running game, but the people that were passers this game, what they would do is they would manipulate the zones with the escape artist. And I also want to say to the people that, they played Madden 20 and they didn't have escape artist and they were able to pass, I give you a salute because, that takes skill in my opinion. And I don't know how they're going to go about that. I think the thing for me that that would be realistic is if they're going to roll outside the pocket and I hit in on the right stick, don't send the guy that's in the flat, send my spy.
Yes,
But
I agree on that. And another thing is, bro, they need to make QBs fumble more, even if they're on conservative. If you
yeah,
get
and I mean
trucked, is what I'm saying.
yeah. And I think that the QBs they fumbled, but I agree with that. I think it could be at a higher rate. So, and this is another thing that it's probably not going to happen, but I'd like to see it happen. But I feel like there should be a a membership option for the people that don't want to play Ultimate Team, but they want to do the tournaments. Like they would pay like a certain monthly fee, and then they just have access to all the salary cap cards.
Yeah, the only
So
thing I think their fear is like you would trade it to me, let's say.
yeah,
And then I'd have a 99 player and everybody would be like, I think that's why. Plus, let's be honest, bro, it's all about the money.
yeah.
I would
So
also like it if they made it where if people kept flipping their plays over and over, it doesn't reset your zones. Even when you have auto flip off, it should leave everything the same. It shouldn't screw your zones up. It shouldn't screw up anything. So I think they need to fix that. Plus, I really think they need to bring pinch protection back to block those stupid butt 3-4 blitzes or 1-4-6. And I think that my last thing right now, and then you can go on, is I can't stand it when people run just one defense. And that's a popular thing to do for the year or for the 3 months, and then they find another one, and every community player runs it. Like, I think the computer AI should smarten up just a little bit.
mm, yeah, and I mean I agree with the whole pinch protect thing. I think that slide protection though for the most part has been pretty good. Um, I think that when you slide protect to the right side, your running back does chop block the guy, most times. The double team feature I think is pretty useful, so as well as ID the mic, and I do realize, computer AI, adaptive AI, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, I think for this to be competitive, it has to be user based, so, but I think the AI should adapt, but I think you have to show an example to stop it. Like if you're using these features like ID the mic, slide protection, and you're like trying to block something, then the AI should help you out a little bit. But if you're just like coming out in five wide, not blocking anybody, and complaining when you get sad, oh that guy's running nano blitzes, and it's like no, he's just rushing more than you have blocking. So that's my 2 cents on it. So.
Oh yeah, I mean I definitely agree that like you can slide protect and ID, and
Yeah.
it does work somewhat. My only thing is if you watch the tournaments or watch Madden Bowl, they're all running the same base defense. So, like how people try to like when they respond to me, well, block it. Look at the pro players. And then my response is, well, the pro
Not
players are doing
yeah.
the same thing.
I mean the pro players can't even block it hardly. I mean
No, and
just
that's what
look
I
at
mean.
today. Yeah. Yeah. So I was about to say something, but so
I don't think they're
but
also gonna. Lastly, on the Madden 21 wish list, just right
yeah.
now, I think that if you spend a lot of money on the offensive line, it should matter. Or defense line, it should matter. Like
Right.
I'm tired of seeing like 73 offensive linemen blocking, but because you have a Lamar or a Russell Wilson or a Michael Vick and you have escape artists, you just run all around and escape 95 overall players and throw it up. I think that they should be severely punished. Just like not this year, but last year was when Shaq Griffin, the brother of the cornerback from Seattle, they'd put him on the defensive end and he'd just run around the offensive line. When in reality, he's not good enough yet to be doing that.
Right. All right. So yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna list off a few other um things that I have written down here and real quick. So the third thing I have is server issues. I think that the servers, which to be fair, when you take Madden and you compare it to like 2K, I mean I think that the servers in our game compared to some of the other games might be superior, but I'd still would like them to work on it, especially for leaderboard games when you're trying to make the tournaments for sure.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I think it was kind of pathetic this year, honestly. So
Yeah,
and
and they always need they need to make sure, and I don't remember if they did it this year or not. They need to make sure where, excuse me, they need to make sure that people can't boot you and give you losses.
yeah, that's that. Yeah.
I don't know
So
if they still do that. I know you're talking about stability, but they need to fix that. But I'm also talking about intentional boots as well.
yes, yeah, because you got booted quite a bit of times, like online this year too. So
Yeah, and it's tough doing it that way, but it is what it is.
uh, something else that I think that might be a good idea is different weekend league. So I know Shane, he's probably not gonna pick up weekend league, but I mean, would it be something that you might consider if it was, say like a mud draft weekend league mode, and it had like the same rewards to like mud unlimited weekend league?
Um, if it was the same as Mutt Draft Grind, yeah. But I think a
Yeah.
lot of people that do the weekend league are actually at a
Hmm.
disadvantage in salary cap than the people who
Oh
do
yeah,
salary
for
cap,
sure. Yep.
because they get anybody they want. They get used to how good their team is, and then they go into the tournament and they don't have as many good players.
All right. So, all right. So my next one is, and I know a lot of people are kind of split, and I think me and Shane have both talked about how, we don't like abilities. Well, I think abilities in Mutt Unlimited is cool, but abilities in like salary cap, I don't like abilities in there. But
Yeah, I agree on that. I
but
mean,
but but
a lot of people like it, but yeah,
but I think we can both. But I think we can all agree that abilities aren't most likely aren't going to go anywhere, at least for this year, because it's something that they introduced. They're probably not going to go away with it the first year that it's out. So, with that being said, these are some of the abilities that I'd like to see changed. Enforcer, the number one ability that I'd like to see wiped out or toned down extremely. I think that it is ridiculous when I'm playing online that, if I run into Pat Tillman or Sean Taylor, I fumble no matter what. It's not the user clicking on and hit sticking me, that I could understand. It's literally a computer animation. I could sit my controller down and the same result would happen. So I think that ability needs to go. And I can understand if it's like if it's like Sean Taylor and it's like a lower overall silver card, okay, I can see that. He probably should fumble. Or if like you're just, doing hurry up a lot and your running back's tired, yes, he should fumble more. But I've been in games where like, Barry Sanders, he's freshly energized. I run into Pat Tillman and then I fumble. So I think Escape Artist needs to go. I think that I think that rating should matter. I think rating should take over abilities. So
yeah, I agree with everything you're saying.
yeah. So those are some abilities. I know that some abilities are most likely going to be introduced, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of abilities they're going to add. So, so the last couple ones, I do kind of think that they could make matchmaking a little bit better. Um, and I think that for like online head to head, because like I'm someone that kind of likes to play, like online ranked, every now and then. I think they should. I think they could make it good. Like they should go back to the lobbies and all that. Like I don't know if you guys ever play like 2K versions of online head to head, but it's kind of cool. They have like different tiers, so it's like not everyone's playing with like the Chiefs or you know the Ravens.
Yeah,
And I
you know
and I'd
what?
like to
Another,
see.
but you know what I've noticed, what they're really trying to do, I think, for this matchmaking is try to fix it for next year, because I think they don't want, and I know this is not the same discussion you're just saying, but
Hmm,
I think they are trying to make it so like Madden pros, some of them, not all of them, because a lot of them play right away, but some of them can't come in like the second month and win like 20 games and be in. I think they're going to
yeah,
try to make it where people you have to play the people that have played your amount of games or ranking.
yeah, yeah. I think that. So I think that they're probably gonna improve on that this year. I would imagine. So
Hope so.
yeah. And then my last two things that I have added so far is, I think 2K is pretty cool in the sense that they have that you can customize your jerseys like, completely, and you could also do custom stadiums, which I think would be cool to do in Madden Ultimate Team, to just have a little custom stadium and
Yeah, that'd be
jerseys.
cool. I
So
like your ideas, man.
yeah. but with that being said, that's really all I have so far. You know, if but join me because, like I said, this is probably going to be something that as we get closer and closer to Madden 21, we're going to be adding some more stuff to the list. So,
That sounds good. So, anything else for the podcast today, bro?
um, not really. I mean, other than that, I do kind of, want to say that because we were talking about, the Madden Bowl earlier, and I think I might have got sidetracked, but, and I also like to think that, I think that, the production wise, I think the event is doing pretty good. I like the casters. Serious Mo, I think, is someone that I really like because because I feel like there's been some people that like Rico who got fired. Um, I don't think he really knew what was going on. Like, because I think that like if someone new tried to watch and they tried to articulate what the pros are doing, they wouldn't understand. But I think Serious Mo,
Well, you know
in
what I
my
think
opinion,
they're starting to do? I think they're trying to get
yeah,
real play-by-play announcers like that Lavin guy or whatever his name is that did
Josh
UC.
Lewin,
Yeah,
yeah,
Lewin, thank you.
yeah,
And then they're trying to get pro players that didn't make the tournament be the color commentators. So
yeah,
it's kind of like,
yeah.
you're watching NFL and you have Joe Buck as a play-by-play announcer and Troy Aikman as a color commentator.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But I think I think the commentators are pretty good. One great user is definitely funny. He provides the comedic part of it, so that's always cool to see. So, but really, that's all I have to really say.
All
So I
right, then.
appreciate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna do that.
My bad, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good. So, but anyways, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. It looks like we actually had some new people stop by in the stream, so that's always good to see. So be sure to hit the subscribe button. It is going to be kind of slow for the next couple months and all that, but it should be able to pick up coming soon. Um, there is probably going to be some streams going on, so be sure to come in and hang out and do all that other stuff. So. But with all that being said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we should be back next week at 5 o'clock. But if not, be on the lookout on the message boards. So
Yeah, it should be May 14th at 5 p.m. What Trey said. We will update everybody. Yeah, I can't wait till like August where the news is flying fast and everybody can have new news and new information. But on my channel, I'll post as much as I find out. I will talk to you guys next Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm Shanegotyou11, and with me as always is Trey. So thank you guys.